Hey guys, Jason Winter from MMO-bomb.com here, and my triple play game for the month of June is Gazillion's Marvel Heroes 2015.
Did someone call for a daring swashbuckler?
Marvel Heroes 2015, which I'm just going to call Marvel Heroes the rest of the way, is an action RPG that plays more or less like other ARPGs, which makes sense seeing as how the president of Gazillion is David Brevik, the man responsible for the design and development of Diablo. If you like ARPGs and you like comic books, there's a pretty good chance you'll like Marvel Heroes too, but here's the thing. I'm not really into either of those, but I still have a lot of fun with the game because it's just so gosh darn fun. So here are my 3 points for Marvel Heroes. I never got into Diablo, so when I first heard about Marvel Heroes and checked it out for the first time, I was expecting the usual ARPG stuff, made for a sort of online crowd. I thought you might hang out with other people in a hub or a lobby and then go to small group instances or solo a lot when you're out in the world. So yeah, the first time I went outside and I saw actual people running around fighting stuff, I was like, whoa, this is a real actual MMO, and yeah, it is. You've got open world content, instances or dungeons, whatever you want to call them, high-level raids, even random events. I mean, really everything you'd expect in an MMO. It just has a different play style and point of view than your typical 3D or third-person MMO. And then, of course, once I realized that, I thought, oh, so it's going to be, you know, grind out all the same stuff for hours, then you get the max level, and then gear grind, and blah, 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 blah. And yeah, it's like that in a way. They haven't veered that far away from their ARPG roots, or that far from what a lot of MMOs do. But they've at least made the leveling experience pretty enjoyable, and give you a number of different ways to go. There are scalable instances, open world bosses, horde mode type gauntlet events. They even auto-group when you go into an instance, so you don't have to spam LFG. So it's not just an MMO, but a pretty modern MMO, really, with all the conveniences you'd expect and lots of different content. It's still an ARPG, and yeah, combat can get kind of repetitive, and mobs are going to spew out loot like a pinata with diarrhea, but at least you got a choice of which pinatas to break. Now, I've never been a big fan of congratulating someone for fixing something that they broke or implemented poorly, and all online game companies react to their fans' wishes in some way or another. But Gazillion has done better than most, I think, at realizing their errors and working to fix them. The big issue when the game came out was with how you got new heroes. Basically, you could buy them in the shop with real money, or you could hope to get a token to drop for you in-game, which happened 1 out of a billion times after you killed something and could get you a hero you already had, and therefore were useless. So, yeah, it wasn't really popular. It didn't take long for Gazillion to change how you could earn new heroes in the game. They put in a system where you could earn a currency that you could accumulate, so you could buy new heroes, whichever one you wanted, and the stuff drops pretty often. They also made the gameplay changes and additions I noted in the last section, and generally adjusted a lot of their prices downward. Thanks to all the changes they made, a lot of outlets gave Marvel Heroes their Most Improved awards in 2014. The game came out in 2013, and in 2014 they rebranded it as Marvel Heroes 2015, which is a great title now, but will probably seem silly in 2016 when they'll call it probably Marvel Heroes 2017. Or this being the comics, they'll have a time travel device and call it Marvel Heroes 2019, or whatever. This is why I just call it Marvel Heroes. In any case, it's a much better game now than it was when it launched, and if you played it back then and you didn't like it, do what I did. Go ahead and take another look at it now. It's still free, and you can get it from marvelheroes.com or find it on Steam. Alright, so like I said, I'm far from the world's biggest comics geek, and I tend to lean more towards liking DC stuff. I haven't even seen Age of Ultron yet, or like the second Iron Man movie, or the third Iron Man movie, or any X-Men movie since The Last Stand, but can you really blame me for that? But I have played plenty of comic book MMOs. City of Heroes is my first MMO. Played a decent amount of DC Universe Online. Haven't tried Champions Online yet, but I played a bunch of the Champions pen and paper role-playing games, so that totally counts, right? And I watch a lot of the cartoons and stuff, so I'm at least conversant in comic book geekery. And I really do love all the little things Gazillion has done to appeal to that crowd, and even to the semi-casual fans like me. Obviously, there are tons of well-known and not-so-well-known characters in the game, and there are cutscenes featuring actual professional voice actors, a lot of whom you'll probably recognize, even if you don't know their names. But what I really love is how the characters interact with each other within the game. The little one-liners they toss out when they're near each other. Like I play a lot of Scarlet Witch, and she'll compare with Thor how difficult their fathers are. Or NPCs address your character by name, you know, stuff like that. A lot of little touches that are the sort of things you could skip when you're making a game with this many characters, but they put them in there just to give them that little extra bit of comic book flavor, and I really like it, even as a casual fan. You don't have to be someone who's got a complete set of X-Men comics to get all the little references and in-jokes they toss in there.
My father would appreciate that.
That's it for this month's Triple Play look at Marvel Heroes. As always, head on over to MMOBomb.com for all your free-to-play gaming news and needs. Thanks for watching.